The Aeneid by Virgil, translated by Alan Mandelbaum. Book 5. Meanwhile Aeneas, well upon his way, was sailing steadfast with his galleys, cutting the waves blown black beneath the north wind, gazing back, watching where the walls of Carthage glowed with sad Ilyssus' flames. They cannot know what caused so vast a blaze. And yet the Trojans know well the plain when passion is profaned, and how a woman driven wild can act. Their hearts are drawn through dark presentiments. But when the fleet had reached the open waters, with land no longer to be seen, the sky was everywhere, and everywhere the sea. A blue-black cloud ran overhead. It brought the night and storm and breakers rough and darkness. And from the high stern even Palinurus, the pilot, cries, "And why these tempest clouds surrounding heaven? Father Neptune, what are you preparing?" After this he orders the crews to gather in the rigging, bend upon their sturdy oars. He trims the sails to slant across the wind. His words are these: "Aeneas, great of heart, not even if high Jupiter himself should guarantee his promise, could I hope to reach the coast of Italy beneath a sky like this. The wind has shifted. Now it blows across our path and rises from the black west. Now the air has thickened into mist. We cannot hold out against it, cannot keep on course. Since fortune has the better of us now, let us obey and turn aside where she is called. I think the faithful shores of Eryx, your brother, and Sicilian ports are not far off, if only I remember right, and can retrace the stars I watched before." Pious Aeneas answered, "Even I have seen, long since, that this is what the winds demand, that it is useless now to struggle. Then, Palinurus, let our course be like our sails. Can any country please me more, or offer me more welcome harbour, than the land that holds my Dardan friend Acestes, that in its bosom keeps my father's bones?" This said, they head for harbour. Kind winds swell their sails. The fleet runs swift across the surge. At last, and glad, they reach familiar sands. But far off, from a high hill crest, Acestes, amazed to see the friendly ships arrive, has hurried down to meet them. He is bristling with javelins and an African bearskin. Acestes, who was fathered by Crinisus, the river god, out of a Trojan mother. And not forgetting his old parentage, Acestes welcomes their return with joy. He greets them with his rustic treasures, and he cheers their weariness with generous stores. And when the next bright day is put to flight the stars at early dawn, Aeneas calls his comrades in from all along the beach. Then from a mound he tells the gathered Trojans, "Great sons of Dardanus, a race born of the high blood of the gods, the circling year completes its months since we entombed in earth the bones and remnants of my godlike father. Unless I err, that anniversary is here, the day that I shall always keep in grief and honor, so you gods have willed. Were I to find myself this day in exile among the quicksands of Getulia, or taken by surprise upon the sea of Greece or in the city of Mycenae, then, even then, I should fulfill, as due, my yearly vows, the solemn funeral observances, and heap the shrines with gifts. But more than this, we find ourselves this day beside my father's very bones and ashes, and I believe it is the will and power of gods that brought us to these friendly harbours. Come then, and let us celebrate in gladness these sacrifices. Let us pray for winds, and may he grant that, when I build a city, and may observe these rites year after year in temples dedicated unto him. Acestes, born of Troy, gives to each ship 2 head of cattle. Summon to the feast your homeland's household gods, and those your host Acestes worships here. Moreover, should the 9th dawn bring a gracious day to mortals, and with her rays reveal the world, I shall ordain these competitions for the Trojans. First we shall hold a race for our swift ships, then for our fastest runner, and for him who is the best at hurling, strong and bold, the javelin or light arrows, and for those who dare to box with rawhide gauntlets. All stand ready to seek out the victor's prize and palm. But now let everyone keep solemn silence. Let us all wreathe our brows with leaves.